I hate people who brag about work-life balance. Like it's always a good thing. It's not. My friend, she's a nutritionist. She's like, I have great work-life balance. I'm like, your 10-year-old son is obese. She's like, I never bring work home. You should. My name is Aditya. I'm in my 30s. Yeah, and 30s, I feel the pressure to adult a lot, dude. Like all my friends my age are like EMIs, tax rebates. I can't do any of that shit. I'm barely an adult. I daydream. You know daydreamers? Yeah. Yeah, mentally we achieve a lot. Yeah. Physically we've not moved an inch. Yeah, it's like I'm fantasizing about winning Wimbledon, starting $1 million company, taking a private jet back home. When I snap out of it, I'm drinking chai, staring at a wall for 20 minutes. Have you seen those guys? Yeah, like a naked chick can pass by, they'll be like... They're ghosting the entire world 20 minutes at a time. They're my peeps. Yeah, I love it. But I'm married and my wife hates it. She's like, dude, you're useless. I'm like, excuse me, I'm talking to a multiple Oscar winner here. Just have some respect. Nonsense. She's like, you're not going to do anything. I'm like, I'm a visionary. With no work ethic, but visionary. So I am. Which is why turning 30s was also very different for both of us. My wife, when she turned 30, she was like, from now on, every year, we'll do full body health checkup done. Responsible. Boring. Yeah. On my 30th birthday, I realized that there's a small chance that I might not play test cricket for India. You know, with the knees, I can't survive the Australia tour, you know. Yeah, until 29, I was confident. Yeah. I had my entire career planned out, dude. I was going to play till 39. Then I would retire. And after retirement, Chiku and I will start a sports-themed restaurant together. I mean, I call him Chiku. You know him as Virat Kohli. But yeah. It's going to be a cricket-themed bar. Only 2 bouncers allowed. Yeah. If you cross a line, they get a free hit. Yeah. And you go home with no balls. Yeah. See, this is there's no need to adult. This is fun. This is fun. That's why I like it. But when you travel alone, do you pretend like you're a spy? Like an FBI, CBI? Try it, man. It's amazing. Every time I'm traveling alone, I come out of the airport, I'm like, Mahishasur has landed. And I do that looking at my watch. People are like, that's not even a digital watch, dude. It freaks the fuck out of uncles. This is what I do, okay? I stand next to the baggage claim area. Uncles love going to the baggage claim area, right? They go there and I just go, baggage area is secure. I repeat, baggage area is secure. Freaks them out. They start separating. They go far away. But last month I was doing this. One uncle, he just flipped the coin on me, dude. He was like, I'm going to the bathroom. Can you watch my bag? I was like, sir, I'm on a mission. Like, just have some respect, dude. I know you think I'm silly, right? But this is exactly why I'm happy. Because my fantasies are so impossible. There's no chance of being disappointed. If I get disappointed, people will be like, what, you thought you'll be an FBI agent? Right? That's why my fantasies are so impossible that when I snap out of them, I appreciate the smallest thing in life. It's like I'm fantasizing about saving Bombay airport from a nuclear attack. I snap out of it, I'm like, wow, bhindi sabji for dinner. My life is amazing. My wife, on the other hand, her fantasies are slightly realistic. That's the mistake she makes. That's why she's unhappy. Her fantasies are, we'll have a 2 BHK, SUV, we'll take business class flight tickets. What a delusional bitch, dude. Yeah. That's why she's unhappy. We used to live in Bombay, okay? She used to take the local train. She's fantasizing about an SUV. She snaps out of it, 10,000 people around her. With sweat. She jumps out of the train, she walks home, bhindi sabji for dinner. Her life sucks. I also used to live in Bombay. I used to also take the local train, but I was always happy when I jumped out of... I used to jump with joy outside. Because in my brain, I've just saved everyone from a bomb blast, Mahishasur over and out. Yeah. But I see her point though, because I don't do anything. Right? She's making plans. She's like, next year, promotion. 2 years from now, we'll own a house. I'm thinking next year I have to master Kung Fu. So that I can run away from the Chinese spies. Who's going to save me, dude? I always get lost in my thoughts, like the other day I was in Koramangala, I was going on my Activa and I was because there was traffic, I was pretending that CBI is chasing me. I'm running from them. I completely forgot and climbed the Electronic City flyover. If you don't know, it's 11-kilometer flyover. Once you get on, you can't get off. Kinda like marriage. I got on top of it, my petrol got over, and I opened my phone, it says Vodafone Chennai. I've come a little too far, I think. Yeah. But I didn't panic. Yeah, normal person would have gotten depressed. I was like, Tango needs a backup. Tango needs a backup. That's why I'm happy. But she was like, how are you going to make my dreams come true? I'll tell you how. One day, an old lady with shopping bags won't be able to cross her road. No one's helping her. But being the great guy that I am, I'm like, Auntie, main utha leta hu. And she's like, please come to my house. 14th floor penthouse. 3 servants, they give me chai. She calls me beta. I'm like, Auntie, please. Yeah. Then I never see her. 2 months later, someone knocks my door. It's a lawyer. It's her lawyer. She left everything for me. That's how I make her dreams come true. So I gave her this explanation. She was like, sleep on the sofa for 2 weeks. And I slept on the sofa for 2 weeks. And you know when you sleep on the sofa, the pattern from the fabric gets imprinted on your skin. I saw that in the mirror. I was like, oh, pichle mission ke zakham. Yeah. That's how I do that. Bro, you alright, bro? Yeah. I know, because every time I look at you, you look away. Like, I'm not that ugly. Every time I look at him, he's like, I can see you, dude. You guys are into adventure sports? Like, yeah, bungee, skydive, all waste, by the way. My favorite adventure sport is drinking a lot of beer and taking an auto home. That's a lot of fun. India is a developing country, but if you take an auto home on a full bladder, you can find out exactly how developing India really is. With every pothole, with every speed breaker, the vibrations of the auto threaten the reputation of your family. And we don't just have potholes, right? We have those combination speed breakers, the 3 + 1 + 3. Even Dalai Lama will lose control, dude. This is an adventure because when you have a full bladder and you're going home, right? You and your bladder reach home at different times. Never at the same. If this is the bar and this is where your house is, this is where the bladder thinks the house is. And the older I'm becoming, I'm realizing that the distance between these 2 points keeps on increasing. I'm at that age where I take the last left turn before my house and my bladder goes, bye. Good night. You're on your own. Just a few years ago, I was able to go further. Now on Google Maps, it says 3 minutes away. Right? My dad is twice my age. For him, it's 3 minutes after he leaves the house. Right? So we both want to pee at the same point, going in opposite directions. Earlier, I used to judge older men peeing on the road. Have you seen those guys? Now I don't judge them, dude. Because they're desperate. They don't have time to strip. They open the entire pant and they're like... Yeah. I don't judge them because they're desperate. I judge the 20-year-old college student next to them peeing. Like, you had time, bastard. You are not desperate. You're irresponsible. Yeah. You had a situation. That guy had a crisis. Just give him time. You know. I made this mistake. Few months ago, I drank like 7 beers, full bladder. And I took an auto home and I made the mistake of telling the auto guy, sir, urgent, sir. He was like, urgent? I should have gotten scared. He was like, sir, I know a shortcut. It was not a shortcut. It was an off-roading experience. He took me through gullies so small. I felt like I was going through some people's living rooms. One guy was watching the TV. I could read the subtitles. One auntie's petticoat was hanging. The auto went through it like that. 90-degree left turn, 90-degree right turn. The contents of my bladder are just... Once the contents of your bladder move, you can't stop moving. You have to continuously keep moving. When he took the last left turn, I'm starting to prepare. Okay, I'm looking at the QR codes. Nowhere. QR code is not there anywhere. I was starting to get worried. When I got down and I said, sir, QR code, he started going into his screenshots folder. 2 photos of his wife. 1 photo of his kid. 1 Sai Baba photo. Then comes the QR code. I somehow scanned. By the time I'm doing salsa, like there, I'm like, sir, can you be more organized? Start naming your folders. It's pathetic. Finally, I was paid him and I was leaving. He's like, sir, 5 stars, sir, I'll give you 50, please. Just let me go. Then I turned around my building. I live in a single building. There is a gate that's closed and the watchman is asleep. I had to wake him up. Bro, he didn't wake up. He was booting up. And he came out with 72 keys in his pocket. Like he's the senior Bahu of some Hindi TV serial. By this time, my salsa has now arthritis added to it. I'm like, my knees touched at one point and somehow I realized for the rest of the night, they can't separate. I have to keep them together somehow. Somehow I walked, I went to the lift. By this time, Michael Jacksoning my way to the lift. I reached the lift, we don't have that. No, we have the SBI of lifts. You know the 2 metal doors? The multi-factor authentication to get to your own floor. Have you noticed those 2 doors never oiled the same? One has been oiled today, the other never been oiled. One needs full force, the other needs a tap. Like an ass, boom. And it goes and comes back. I tried it 2 times, it says, please close the door properly. Which one? Which one am I supposed to? I don't have the time, so I tried a couple of times. I said, fuck it. I came out of the lift. I shut the door behind me and the lift starts to go up. Fuck. At this point, I was taking the stairs. At this point, I'm not only stopping myself from peeing. I can't fart. I can't sneeze. I can't cough. I'm in some sort of a package deal. If one goes, everything goes. I can't take more responsibility at this point. Right at that time, my right leg starts to cramp. Oh, yeah, same feeling, bro. Don't make that noise. It's making me want to pee now. That's exactly what I want to avoid. Right leg cramping. You know why cramps happen? Apparently dehydration. My body is telling me you don't have enough fluids. I'm like, have you spoken to the bladder? That has a little extra, I think. Can help you out. Okay, and when you cramp, you have to stretch your legs. My knees have to be attached. I'm just, one kid opened his curtain and saw me. He's like, what the fuck is that guy doing, dude? Then I'm literally crawling up. I live on the 3rd floor. I reach 1st floor. I hear the lift, 3rd floor. Like, motherfucker, just reached before me. Then I reach my door. And I open the door. What I have forgotten is I have a very loving, very affectionate dog in my house. If you don't have a dog, let me tell you, they're always happy to see you. Today, I didn't want him to be happy. I opened the door, this fucker starts coming, running towards me and takes a leap and jumps, lands in the restricted landing zone. Right? I just put the dog aside and I start moving towards the bathroom and the dog thinks I'm playing with it. The dog is coming along. I'm like, no, not today, not today. I somehow reached my bathroom door and I made that mistake. I stopped moving because my body was like, dude, we almost made it. We're almost there. So I stopped moving and I pulled the door. It's not opening, dude. But I see Instagram trending music on the inside. My wife is scrolling and shitting. And I could hear, Koramangala hidden gem. I'm like, fuck, dude, this is not the time or the place. So I start banging on the door, okay? And she's like, who the fuck is this? Huh? She thinks some intruder has come in. I'm like, dude, you think he'll knock on the door of your bathroom? I was like, please come out. She's like, what happened? I need to pee. How much time do you have? I don't have time. Please come out. This happened 2-3 times. Then she's like, okay, I'm coming out. I'm like, Ach! Take your time. Yeah. All I'm saying is India is a very developing country. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, you guys have good work-life balance? No, yeah. I would have hated if you had said yes. Yeah. I hate people who brag about work-life balance. Like it's always a good thing. It's not. My friend, she's a nutritionist. She's like, I have great work-life balance. I'm like, your 10-year-old son is obese. She's like, I never bring work home. You should. He's not able to tie his shoelace. And I don't know how this happens. Every time they invite me home for dinner, they give me like boiled vegetables, salads, brown rice. Now when she gives me that plate, I look at the plate, I look at my friend, then I look at the kid and I'm like, can I have what he's having, dude? Right, that's been my time, guys. You guys have been lovely. Please start clapping and bring on your host.